Hello, my name is Ryan Brunskill, and I'm currently in my second year at Georgian College for sport administration. For my co-op, I worked at the Georgian College Athletic Center, and my job title was a student marketer and athletic promoter. So for my job, it's the title is student marketer and promoter. However, at the school, I did everything from on the left side picture. You can see I did scorekeeping to I set up various different information booths around the whole school. I basically just did whatever was needed at the time for any of the Georgian varsity teams or campus sports. So how I got my placement was actually basically just through a network. I went to one of our other professors, Sterling Ivany, and I asked him if he needed any help, and he said that he didn't at the time. However, he connected me to my current boss, Chris, who is head of marketing promotions at the Georgian Athletics Center. So for my placement, there wasn't any official requirements per se um, as like a regular job. However, when I'm on the job, I'm expected to be professional as I'm dealing with athletes. I need to obviously not use my phone. I need to be hardworking and just very upkeep and informative. So the first goal of my co-op placement was initially to in a nutshell, to improve my communication skills. I'd say I did this very effectively as I've done various information boosts. I've done very much different promotions, and yeah, I feel like I've stepped outside the box a lot more than I would have before. So even though I believe that I have done a much better job at stepping outside the box and communicating with more people, I feel like there's obviously more room for improvement. And to continue to do this, I can just continue to go to as many information booths as possible, do as many open houses as possible, and just yeah, continue to elaborate on what I know. So with my placement, obviously being very as a marketing and promoter, I had to talk to a lot of people. So for my placement goal, it wasn't even as if being shy and kept to myself. I had to work on it. It was something I had to work on, or the job just wouldn't have been a fit. So I feel like just with stepping outside that environment, this placement very much helped me out in that sense. I think obviously with anything, there's room for improvement. So even though I have been stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing out all the information boosts and everything, I'm still going to continue to do that, as well as I need to work on giving a conveysive answer instead of adding all these details and saying I just need to work on giving one conveysive answer. With the third goal in my placement, I wanted to basically just improve my computer skills and literacy. I haven't much gotten a chance to do that. However, there's other pieces of technology in the administration that I've gotten to use. I've gotten to use many shot clocks, many scorekeepers. So I'm still learning technology, just not the PC literacy. I think as to improve on this, I could go to my supervisor and see if just talk to him and see if there is any back end stuff that maybe if it would be all right with him if I could just sit down with him and take a look at. I don't think it would be anything to ask that wouldn't be appropriate for my supervisor, and that's what I'm going to continue to do stepping forward. As far as getting better customer service skills, I felt that with this job, I have very much so. I have attended very many open houses and other such events. So just having to have that two-way customer interaction, just with the nature of my job, I feel like my skills have improved very much drastically. I think for improvements for this section, not to repeat myself as up top, but I can still just continue to go to all the events, just ask questions, and especially too, I feel like I can go to my supervisor for feedback and just see what his thoughts on my two-way customer interactions would are. So my fifth goal for my placement would be to use skills that I have learned in the classroom and apply them to the workplace. I haven't so much got to see so many skills that I've been learning, but just the fundamentals of in class, just paying attention, listening, absorbing all that I can, have just, especially in this job and any job really, have served me great. I think to improve on this, I could talk to my supervisor and see if there would be possibly the possibility for an expanded role where I could use some of the skills that I've learned in my other classes, such as like sponsorship, tournament design. However, that would be something that being through the school, I'd have to speak to my supervisor about, which won't be a problem at all. I think one thing that this placement has, the biggest thing that influenced me is it's not so much the day to day work. It's just how I went about and got getting the position. Like I just went and I spoke to like a teacher in this case I knew, but just going and stepping outside your comfort zone and asking a little bit, I think that can really just go to show you that the opportunities for anything in the future could be endless. My first recommendation to anybody thinking that they would be interested in this placement, my first recommendation would be just take in everything that you can. Like the people working at this school, they're very knowledgeable people. They're great people. They're willing to work with you, and they do have a ton of experience in the field. So my first recommendation would be just to take everything in and just yeah. I think my second biggest recommendation and probably the most important one would be just absolutely just to try it. Like I know it's just at the school, but it's absolutely an amazing gig. It's right on campus. Everyone there's just amazing people. There's so many opportunities of things that you could do. The things that you can do at this placement range from anything from scorekeeping to setup to doing social media to doing like video recording to commentary. So I would say absolutely my recommendations to anyone would be is just absolutely do it, and you get paid, which is a pretty huge bonus being a college student. I think my biggest classroom discussion to everyone would be obviously working in the field. You get a lot of hands-on experience. My classroom discussion is there absolutely one thing that you found in the sports industry, or just even in your placement in general, that you or in the industry that you really really like, or is there something on the opposite side that say you absolutely hate? These are just my attached references to every photo that wasn't originally mine to use.